Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are doing fantastic, as I am. I met with one of my favorite ASMR artists on YouTube, Jeannie B. Please go ahead and give her a follow. But we have been conversing back and forth through email. Had actually emailed her over a year ago when I thought about starting an ASMR channel. At the time, I think she had about 52,000 subscribers, and now she's over 100,000. And so I regret not starting when I first thought about it, but I'm glad that I did start nonetheless. Through our email conversation, she told me that she did a video of 20 questions in which she tagged other ASMR artists, a lot of upcoming artists that, if they wanted to participate and answer the questions and make a video out of it, that'd be great. And so a few of them did. I hadn't started my channel at the time that she recorded that video, but she did share with me the link for that video. And I got the questions, and I am excited to say that I am going to go over them in this video. They're pretty neat, actually, and I thought it was such a creative idea that she did this and to tag small ASMR channels to participate. So let's get started with Jeannie B's most interesting questionnaire of all time. So, about me, number 1, what is your favorite drink? 1 hot and 1 cold. And if a bug landed in it, would you still drink it? My favorite drink, which I was sipping on and I hope it's not too cold, is coffee with stevia or Splenda and a little bit of creamer. Right now I've been using the Italian sweet cream 0 sugar creamer, which is so good, but I try not to do too much of it. So that's my favorite hot drink. And my favorite of all time cold drink has, you know what? I thought about another one. I actually had one written down, but then I thought about another one. So I'm going to give you 2. And I notice a lot of these, I'm going to probably give you 2 answers because it's so hard for me to choose one. So one of them is lemonade. Lemonade that just hits like right here. You know, that tart lemonade, especially like old school. Like in Jamaica, we use brown sugar. So we used to make lemonade, fresh lemons, squeeze it out, and use brown sugar. It's a different taste than one white sugar. You could tell the difference, but they're both very good. But I also love, also love fresh, it's got to be fresh, coconut water or no sugar added. If it's not fresh, then no sugar added. Coconut water with pulp. Maybe that's an islander in me, but I could drink that like all day. Number 2, favorite fashion designer or brand you would wear 5 days a week. Cost is not an issue. I've never really been a fashion girl. Like, I love clothes. I love to look good, but I've never really been the one to like swear by brands and I have to have a Louis or a Chanel. I've never been that girl. There are some brands though that I do love the lines of clothes they put out. The ones I used to be really, really into is Mr. Tibby. I think they're based in Bali, and I think the designer is Australian, I think. But they're very like floral, color blocking prints. They're very pretty. It's not something you can wear every day, but on vacation, yes, all the way. And then the other one, now this one is like, this one you can wear every day, is Tibby. I don't know who's the actual name of the designer who has that house, but Tibby's clothes are just, the cut and the style and the fit, they're very beautiful, very classic, great for work, great for casual, really into them. Currently though, at this very moment, do not shame me, do not come for me, but I'm in my fitness era. And I swear by Dick's Sporting Goods. Just give me like anything. Give me a freaking $1,000 gift card to Dick's Sporting Goods. And your girl is like, good. I don't care what brand. I'm just really into workout clothes, athletic gear, and especially athleisure. Okay, number 3, favorite dream destination. I could talk about this all day. Favorite dream destination, all paid, and you will spend 6 months there. Okay, I got my favorite dream destinations, but to spend 6 months there, I brought it down to 2 because I had like 3 on my top of my list, but I brought it down to 2. I think I could spend 6 months in Japan easily, as well as Singapore. So my top 3 destinations to visit right now is Japan, Singapore, and Switzerland. But I think Switzerland is just absolutely gorgeous, just beautiful, but I get the feeling it's slower in pace, and I don't know if I could do slow for 6 months. Singapore has a lot going on. It's a mecca of different cultures meshed into one. And there are some obviously it's an Asian country, but there's still a lot of Western feel to it, right? Clubs, nightclubs, bars, lounges, etc. And Japan is pretty much the same. Like, you can do the historic Japan, the naturesque Japan, but you can also get like Times Square looking Japan and clubs and bars. They got it. So I think I could definitely do that in Japan and Singapore. If you could have anyone do a makeover on you, who would it be? I'm in my Fenty moment. I don't care if it's Rihanna or I don't care if it's Rihanna's beauty team, but I want a makeover with all of Fenty's products because I swear by Fenty big time. I love their products on me. Do you dance and or sing? Really bussy move well or belt it out when you're alone? I do both, but when I'm alone, you're probably going to get more singing. Now, I wish I could sing. If I had to pick like one or the other, I would say singing for sure, but your girl loves to dance too. Like, anybody who knows me, all my friends, they pretty much know that's me all the way up. All right, so you're on a deserted island. There's food and water, so you won't die. What music album would you choose to have with you? If I had to have a music album with me, or if I had the choice to have one with me on a deserted island, it would be Queen. And it's like Queen's greatest hits. It may come a shocker to some. But, you get a few ballads from Queen's, but mostly you get a lot of like upbeat music. And I forget, if I'm on a deserted island, I'm not trying to be depressed. So I want to rock out to Queen. What flower would you choose to propagate there? Gardenias. Gardenias, hands down. They smell amazing. Oh, I love me some gardenias. What beauty product or toiletry item would you have? And you could have 2. So I would choose to have lotion with sunscreen. Obviously, if I'm on a deserted island and basking in the sun, you want to have that protection. Plus, because I've thought about like maybe I want some chapstick or lip gloss, but I figure I'll just constantly put, the lotion on my lips to moisten it, since I'm only allowed to have 2 items here. The other would be deodorant, because I need to feel as fresh as I could be. All right. What animal would you give a voice to? Oh, so you could converse with them. And you get to have that animal on the island with you. An elephant. I want an elephant. I mean, elephants and giraffes are like my animals, right? I'm like my babies. But the thing with elephants, you could ride on their backs. So if I'm on a deserted island, depending on how big the island is, and I just don't feel like walking or don't have the energy to, I'd be like talking to the elephant, let me hop on your back and just take me over there. But they're just so majestic. I just love them. You get 2 books to have with you, one fiction, one nonfiction, and you must read them over and over. What books are they? Fiction would be The Alchemist, which I have it over there. I still need to pick it up and read it again. And the other would be nonfiction. It's actually what I'm reading now, and I'm loving it so much. It's Spirit Hacking by Shaman Durek. Okay, what is your favorite quality in a person? Again, I could choose so many. sense of humor would probably be number 2. I think my favorite would be compassion, if they're compassionate. But right after that, you got to be funny, and not like cornball funny either, just genuinely funny. You could be goofy here and there, just not all the time, because I like to be goofy. You're very old and at the end of your days. What warning would you give to your 20-year-old self that you think you would actually listen to as a 20-year-old, and one that would make a real difference? I think I would tell my 20-year-old self is no one's opinion of you matters. No one's opinion of you matters. Because I know for sure, even like sometimes I get into that. I choose things to think about, like, what would somebody say if I did do it? Even like starting this channel. I'm like, what if my friends saw this? What would they think of me doing this, right? But I care less now. That's a good thing. Back in the day, it would really bother me. The other thing is, too, I would tell myself, oh my God, 20-year-old self, I would tell myself, choose a career path, one obviously you're passionate about and that you love, but also has the potential to take you out of the country, and take you out of the country like right after you graduate, pretty much. Like there's an opportunity there. So that way you can live outside the country for a few years without, before you settle down, before you get married, before you have kids. And this is for me, because obviously some people have kids before they go to school or don't go to school at all. But for me, 20-year-old, I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. So I would have told myself, like, choose something with the intention of applying for a position out of the country, learn about a culture, pick up a new language, meet friends abroad, and just settle in that before deciding to come back, or maybe not come back. What superpower would you bestow upon certain people if you could? Depends on the person, but maybe telepathy. Just depends on the person. The other question is, what superpower would you choose for yourself? The same one, telepathy. And also, I want to fly. Why not? I think I've always had that wish. If I had a chance of a superpower, that would be to fly. If you could be anyone other than yourself for 1 year, who would that be? Okay. This person is not a celebrity in the sense of like the ones you see on TV, the what everybody knows, mainstream celebrity. But she is a celebrity in her own right. Jessica Nabongo. So I follow her on Instagram. I can't remember if that's the exact. No, I think her name. Well, you probably could still find it on there, Jessica Nabongo. But she's the first African American woman to travel to every single country in the world. Every single one. Like every single one. I want to do that. I can't do that now. I could travel to some, but man, I sure wish I could have done that when I was younger. All right. So what one person, this person has to be past and non-family, would you benefit from spending a day with? Easy. Bob Marley. I gave you that one answer. I don't even have another to give you. Bob Marley. What era or period of time would you want to go and spend 6 months in? It would either be the Italian Renaissance or the Harlem Renaissance. So like I think Harlem Renaissance, I think of the jazz clubs, I think of the art, I just think of the culture, like black culture back in the day in Harlem Renaissance. Everything was good. And then Italian Renaissance, you're thinking also of the art and the sculptures and the literature that all came out in Italy. So it'll be one or the other. It's 1850 and you get to go back for 1 year in any profession. What profession would that be? Assume you have the education for it. So I had to look this up because I didn't know if this was a thing back in 1850. It's something that, like, if I had a chance to do things over, there's many things I would do. And this is one of the things. Like, I can't say there's one specific profession I would go into. I love to try new things. And one of them is winemaking. And in 1850, they also had winemaking. So it wasn't as obviously as big as it is now. It was just pretty much being introduced into the United States, and it was in certain states. It wasn't even, I think it just started getting into all states around that time. So for sure, winemaking. What historical non-family figure would you want to bring into now and show them the current events for a month? Oh man. Well, when I first looked at these questions, it was about 2 weeks ago. I just hadn't got a chance to film it yet. My answer was, and probably still is, Princess Diana. But at this current time, there's a lot of things going on health-wise with the monarchy. So I don't know if I'd want to show her that. That might just bring her down. So let's say that wasn't the issue. With Princess Kate being hospitalized, King Charles being hospitalized, and now announcing that he has cancer. Let's just say that's not the issue. I would have loved to brought her back, Princess Diana, and just to see like where, the current state of events, really to see not only like her family and how they're doing, but more so the progression in AIDS research and education and medication, because she was really, really pivotal in making that like one of her legacies, right? And there's been a lot of growth in that. So I think that would be the main reason why I'd want to bring her back and just show her like, you pretty much let your walls down and brought royalty to everyday people who were suffering and hurting, and look at, because of you, look at the impact that you helped to make. What historical family would you choose to be a member of and why? Another one, I was like, I don't know what historical family I want to be a member of. I didn't really put much thought into that. But then I remember watching this show when I was growing up. I was probably maybe like 11 or 12. They did like a little remake of a tribe in South Africa called Zulu. Or it was like, oh yeah, Shaka Zulu. I don't know the name of the show, but the main person was Shaka Zulu, based on a real person, Shaka Zulu. And this tribe, the Zulu tribe, pretty much fought for their freedom in Africa and were warriors. And I think there's still descendants of this tribe today. And there's like historical areas in South Africa that's named after them. So they've really left a positive impact on the people of South Africa and the tribe within itself. So yeah, I want to come from a warrior family. Like, don't mess with me. Okay, my coffee's getting cold. So that is the 20 questions, Jeannie B's most interesting questionnaire of all time. And I think a few months from now, I kind of want to make up one of my own. This was really fun. So Jeannie, if you're watching, thank you so much for this and for tagging, small channels, large channels, for including us on this, and really, just communicating with me and conversing with me in the manner that you have. I'm very grateful for you. And yeah, guys, I think I definitely want to do a version of my own in maybe a few months from now. So thank you for joining me today. And I can't wait to chat with you soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye.